It is just as much about us taking in the night and taking in the presence of God and opening up God's word together and letting that breathe new life into us. But it is so much, just as much as it is about that. It is about us getting rid of, exhaling, pushing out by force the things in our life and the things in our world that are not meant to be a part of who we are. If Adam was just to take in the breath of God and just for the sake of wanting to keep it to himself, if he were just to hold his breath, he wouldn't have lasted very long. And the same is true of us. If we choose not to breathe in God's presence, that is so detrimental and so pivotal and so awful for our lives. But just as awful is all of us who sit in this room and we try to hold on to the things of this world. We try to hold on to the things that we desire and the things that our flesh is chasing after. But whenever God has caused us to inhale, He also calls us, He also forces us to exhale. And I think that tonight there's probably a group of us who came just to get something. Maybe to get some encouragement, to get that breath of God back in our lungs. We've faced struggle and we have faced hardship and we have faced just everything in between. The ugliness of the world and the hardship of life and the ups and the downs and this awful roller coaster that makes us want to throw up sometimes. And it takes our breath away as the world compresses in on us. And so some of us are here tonight just so that we can reach out and grab hold of the presence of God, reminding ourselves, He's there. He is alive, and He is alive in me. And so tonight, some of us are here just to breathe that in and to take it in for the very first time. You know, as this world surrounds us and we go to school and we're dating the girl that sits next to us in math class, but you're probably going to break up with her in a week, especially if you're in middle school. As all of these things kind of come around us, we also know that life brings along with it lots of struggles and difficulties, right? We've walked through the breaking up of relationships. We've seen friendships come to an end. We've been on the mountaintop highs with our parents as everything seems to be going really, really well and God has just given money and everything is great. And then we've also been standing there watching as we have to drive away and we're moving into a smaller apartment because things aren't going so well for us. We've walked through life feeling like we're alone because maybe our mom or our dad isn't there. Maybe we wish that one of them wasn't there because all they do is argue and fight. Maybe school isn't turning out exactly like we had dreamed it would be or hoped that it would be, or honestly that we would just barely scrape by. And that brings confusion, it brings misunderstanding, it brings difficulty, it brings sorrow, it brings sadness and depression. And we start trying to grab hold of everything else in this world to try to make it better. Well, maybe this, and we're trying to breathe these things in. Well, maybe this will soothe me. Maybe this will nourish me. Maybe this will make the situation better. Maybe this will make that go away. Maybe this will make it feel better so that it all just goes away. And tonight we need to breathe in a fresh breath of the only thing that makes our lives better. Not of something, but of someone. And you're thinking to yourself, this is like the weirdest experience I've ever been a part of. But you also know that there's something in you that you just can't seem to catch your breath. You can't seem to catch your breath. You feel like you're like the fat kid running the marathon. And you can't, for whatever reason, you've tried everything and everything even that your bud said that you should try, like, man, do this, you've tried everything and you can't seem to. The world spins round and ground and you can't seem to catch your breath. And so tonight, we've come to breathe in the presence of God. You know, in His Word, it says that as we do that, as we breathe in His presence, and as we breathe in His forgiveness, as we breathe in His grace, as we breathe in His love and His peace, and we breathe all of these things in, the things that we need more than anything else in the whole world, the things that we are desperately longing for, that eternity was cast into the heart of mankind, that our hearts have a gap in them, that we keep trying to fill and breathing in all of the things that the world has to offer, and yet we still cannot catch our breath. He says that if you will come to me, you can catch your breath. If you will come to me, you will have a peace that surpasses anything that you can ever imagine. If you come to me, I can lead you. If you come to me, I can show you the love that you've so desperately wanted for so long.